these guys actually getting to Rome, they're going to have to do PBs by a long way. You would think probably by so far that it's just about impossible.
Yeah, 4:18.40 is the A qualifying. There is a B qualifying.
The B qualifying is 4:20 and it'll be very interesting to see if the boys can get down to there.
Because it's an Olympic event, it'll be given higher priority on that B selection.
So there is a possibility that one of the boys will be going.
This is Shane Asprey. He trains with Nunawading. His coach is Amanda Isaac. So Rowan's the high performance coach and Amanda is the senior coach or head coach. So she actually works one-on-one with Shane in her group. And Declan Potts, you know this young man?
Certainly, coached by Peter Bishop.
The Pom.
The Pom.
But he says he knows the national anthem.
So he's an Aussie. Brad Lewis got a massive amount of support tonight in the crowd.
The Campbelltown crew are out.
Declan actually became an Australian citizen on Australia Day last year at the cricket as well.
Oh, nice story.
As Australian as you can get.
Barracking for Australia, hopefully. Stephen Parks in lane 5, and you like the form of Thomas Fraser-Holmes?
I think so. I think he's the one to watch in this race. Looked very, very solid this morning. I think he's got a lot of improvement there.
Kieran Casey's there as well. His coach is Dave Negus from the Mingara Club and Shane Cross. Home pool for Shane Cross.
It's the men's 400-metre individual medley final. And as we've mentioned, this one wide open.
No matter what happens, and you're an Australian champion in this event.
And they're very young. There's only 2 into their 20s, and they're only just 20. That's Stephen Parks and Shane Cross. Parks 4th in this event in 2008. And Cross was 8th. So away they go in the men's 400-metre individual medley. And the Brad Lewis fan club is leading the crowd. And Lewis is in lane 4. From the bottom, it's Cross in 8, Casey 7, Fraser-Holmes in 6, Parks in 5, Lewis in 4, Potts in 3, Asprey in 2, and Tranter in 1. And they're pretty much all in it as we expected. Lane 3, maybe Declan Potts is going to take them through.
Yeah, Shane Asprey very close behind him as well.
That's right. For Declan to be able to win this race, he's definitely got to assert himself in the first 200. Not the strongest breaststroker, so look for him to take out the first 200 to fly in the backstroke.
And quite obviously, the person that is leading at the 100, 200 and 300 potentially will not win this race. It's whoever has the best put together of the 4 strokes. So 2 laps of backstroke, butterfly backstroke, breaststroke, and then freestyle.
So they're coming to the end of the first 100 metres, and Declan Potts in lane 3 from Nord in South Australia turns around onto his back first. Asprey second in lane 2 from Nunawading in Victoria, and Stephen Parks, the 20-year-old from St Peters Western in Queensland, is third.
So what would have Pete told him for this race? Would he have told him just attack it with absolutely everything you've got, or would there be more of a specific race plan for him?
I'd imagine Pete would have told him, obviously, that the first 200 needs to be very good, but to build each of the hundreds, make sure that the first 50 is strong, but to make sure that the second 50 of every lap is faster than that.
Well, he's 2, maybe 2.5 body lengths clear. Here's Declan Potts through the first 150, coming back on the second lap of the backstroke. Parks is in second place, and Lewis is up into third now.
Putting together a nice backstroke leg. He really looks as though he's technically got a sound backstroke. Sits up quite high in the water. He's using his legs quite a lot for an IM. Normally they try to save the legs a little bit in the backstroke and then bring them into breaststroke.
That's right. He is a very good backstroker. 4th in the 200 backstroke at this meet.
Well, he's still maybe 3 body lengths clear as he swings around and comes up into breaststroke.
This is where we'll see the likes of Stephen Parks and Thomas Fraser-Holmes make their move.
Parks already doing that. He's in 5. He's up into second place. Lewis is in 4. Good swimming too from Thomas Fraser-Holmes. He's another one of the fancies. This is the men's 400 metres individual medley final.
Well, it's going to be on in the last 100 metres. If Declan Potts can hold some kind of an advantage into the turn to the freestyle, then he is going to be looking very good. But right now, the breaststroke is coming through nice and strong from lane number 5, and that is Stephen Parks from Michael Bowles' squad, the St Peters Western Club.
He's taken the lead by a fair margin, and he's going to take some stopping from here. He leads from Thomas Fraser-Holmes, who's swimming quite strongly. Declan Potts is in third place. Good swimming from Shane Cross all the way through as well. He's not out of it in lane 8.
Now, if Stephen can lead this in this margin, coming into the freestyle, then he's going to almost double his lead because Thomas Fraser-Holmes is still going to be coming in breaststroke, but he has a great freestyle.
He certainly does. He won the B final here a couple of nights ago with a 1:49.90, which is a very slick time.
That is Fraser-Holmes we're talking about, so it's going to be on right now.
Well, the hunt begins. Stephen Parks, the 20-year-old from St Peters, leads them through. Less than 100 metres to go in the men's 400 metres individual medley. This is the final, and it's on now with Fraser-Holmes still maybe 2.5 body lengths behind Brad Lewis. Third place to Declan Potts, who led them early, and Shane Cross fourth.
Remember, we have to watch the time that these boys finish on. It's all about the qualifying time, whether these boys will be going to Rome.
Need to be under, what, 4:20 if they're going to be any chance.
Needs to come home now in a 29 seconds to get under the 4:18 qualifying time.
So it's Stephen Parks in 5. He won't be beaten from here, you wouldn't think. Thomas Fraser-Holmes in lane number 6. He's second. Stephen Parks has 15 metres left to swim.
Come on, Stephen, get yourself on the team.
Can he get under 4:18 and get on the team to Rome? This is a fantastic swim from Stephen Parks. It's going to be mighty close. Get there.
Oh, no!
He's just outside.
Oh, by 0.24 of a second, he's missed it.
They'll have to look on that favourably. Fraser-Holmes second and Declan Potts third. So very close. What a wonderful effort.
What a courageous swim. He's done a personal best time by a huge margin. 4:23 he came in with, and he's gone 4:18, a 5-second PB.
Definitely showed his experience. He is the most experienced athlete in that field, and definitely showed that with the way he put the race together.
I think Alan Thompson will select him. I mean, I don't want to put pressure through the media, but the fact that it's a B qualifying time, well and truly under B qualifying time, an Olympic event, an event that we don't have an established, well-known swimmer in there, we need to build this event.
And the fact that he was so close to that A qualifying time as well will probably come into consideration as well.
Unlike Ben Treffers, who was in the 50 backstroke and 0.01 out of that, that's a non-Olympic selection event. Because we're in a new quadrennium and a new 4-year period for the Olympics, they're really looking at the Olympic events.
He's a hard man, Alan Thompson.
He is. There's a line in the sand, but I think this one might get over it.
Well, that was some thrilling stuff, wasn't it? Great to see some relative unknowns really fight it out, and he was gritting hard to get there in the end. And well, it's the agony and the ecstasy of sport, I suppose. The great unknown. Will be interested to hear what he has to say.
Nervous wait for him though over the next 2 days when he potentially gets selected. I have to warn Mark that 400 IM just totally blows your legs and he may fall over here.
Well, let's see how Mark goes.
5-second personal best Australian champion. Can hardly stand up, mate.
I don't know. Mum, my coach said, and my dad said to me last year, if you can't walk by the end of it, then that means you've tried hard. So I'm putting it on a little bit.
You are just outside that A qualifying time, but inside the B. Just need Tomo to do the right thing by you now.
Oh, I'm sure I can sweet talk him, but hopefully I can get in the team. But I've still got the 200 tomorrow to go under 2:14, I think the time is.
Better go and have a sit down, mate. Well done, Australian champion.
Stephen Parks got the job done. Well, did he get the job done? We'll find out from Alan Thompson. We'll take a break and back with more. The women's 800 still to come.